Okay, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this live. This was a 5 hour live, so we're not going to be able to cover the entire thing, but let's just get into what we can cover, okay?
They should know at this point where to find it. It's always in my description boxes and in my community. So it's out there. Like whether I post it in my live or not, like I'm sure people can ask me if they wanted my cash app. But sometimes I post it, sometimes I just be talking about my situation. Because I feel like if somebody really wanted to help me, they'll tell me or they'll just do it, like or they'll ask me if they needed something or out of curiosity or whatever, like based on helping me. But I will obviously have to probably tell that I don't. For one, I don't trust people with my information. I didn't know that was even a thing on YouTube. But so yeah, I'm not too trusting for one to have somebody manage my account in that way. And
So, guys, remember when I was telling you the other day and the other video that I posted about West Indy that they were in the chat, they were doxing her in her own chat. Now, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't have a screenshot of it. I mean, I would have marked it out or whatever. But what I'm saying is they were doxing her in the chat. She was away from the chat. But I think that West Indy baby daddy, I feel like they are in cahoots because who's sniping for you? Who is doing the sniping? Guys, if you don't know, sniping is when you get a mod is in the bushes and they're taking people out that are doing shit in your chat that they have no business doing. So yeah, that's what I think was going on the other day.
for two, I will have to tell them who to block, and it's like I could block them. Like I'm not. I mean, I'm right here. I'm seeing it. Like I don't need someone to do it for me. I could do it myself.
Yes, Westy, but all right, so I know a lot of people, I feel like it's a little bit paranoid to not have any mods. It's very paranoid. But my thing is, problems do arise with mods from here. I just don't entertain all of that nonsense. I'm not gonna sit here and go live on a mod. It's look, if somebody has something to say or they think something went wrong, I told you, hit me in the Instagram and let me know, and I will take care of it. But I don't feel the need to announce everything that goes on behind closed doors. Anyway, the point I'm making is that a lot of people don't want to have mods. But what happened, the reason why this was at a disadvantage of not having a mod the other day is because the address was in the chat for about 3 minutes before you were able to come back and block it. If you would have blocked it sooner, maybe so many people wouldn't have the address. That's all I'm saying, guys. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Girl, God is in my life every day. I pray every day. When I pray over my food, like I always be thankful to see a new day. God is always in my life. So praying, unless you're trying to say you need to pray specifically, but God is in my life. He knows my situation. Like, of course, I prayed about things, but I feel like sometimes y'all say it as if like y'all don't think God in my life or something. Like God always been in my life. I've been blessed so many times, and that's why the haters keep hating but it's not me. It's God blessing me. You can't get mad at me for my blessings. She's like, how she managed to do that? Well, it's my life, like my blessing. Like somebody said, vacations. Like, also, if I went on a vacation, I afforded the vacation. I mean, I just believe in you. Just gotta. It's just all about having the best experiences in life. You gotta make the best of it, and that's how I live. So, if people want to judge me for that, well, that's them. Do y'all know each other? But I don't talk to nobody like that who wouldn't even trust me to do that. They're probably like, why should I trust you to be on my policy? Pick up my hair clip for you, break it.
West
Yeah, well,
just in case you
I
don't know,
wouldn't definitely
sitting
trust nobody.
online, just in case you don't know, sis, sitting online all day in your bed, talking about how sick you are and how you can't do anything, but you can run your mouth here on this internet, is basically not making the best choices, not making the best of it. You are a mother. You have responsibilities. Your children are depending on you, and you're saying, "Oh, I'd rather go back to the shelter than get a job." You haven't. You have done nothing with your life, West Indy. All right, you're an ex corn star, an ex call girl. When are you gonna realize that the choices you made, your past choices, are the reason why you're in this situation right now? I just don't understand why she thinks it's our responsibility, or the YouTube streets, or just people in general, other people's responsibility to take care of her and her child. The other day I heard you say that Maximo's dad, I think it was Maximo's dad or maybe Thomas's dad, I can't remember which one, sent you money for a haircut. If they can do that, let them know your rent needs to be paid and ask them, can you send me a couple $100 so I won't have to be on the street? But you want the YouTube streets and the TikTok streets to provide money for you. It just doesn't make sense, West Indy. If you're gonna make the best of it, make the best of it by getting a job.
Over my YouTube channel. Because who's to know if you had a fallout or somebody try to get your information or know all your finances on YouTube. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I am a private person, believe it or not. I am a private person.
Mommy, that's your toe.
Wait a minute. You have literal corn that we can go look up right now. She literally has videos and movies that you can go look her up with the guy. One of your kids' friends can go look up the movie right now within seconds. And now you want to be a private person? And now you're a private person? Guys, what is wrong with this chick? Girl, it's too late for that.
You told it.
So when you say lock in as in how? Oh yeah, let me tell y'all something. Churches, they don't just help people. Okay. You have to be a member of their church to even do that. Not all churches have the funding for like financial assistance, but they always say you have to be a member of the church to even get like counseling type of help. So that's a barrier. It's not. I don't know why people recommend churches.
So
actually,
maybe
not.
how are you? I don't know why people recommend churches, bitch. They're trying to help you out. That's your problem. They're just giving you suggestions. You know, Allison and West Indy, they really kill me with this. They're always, I don't know why you suggested I go to Walmart and get my brakes. I don't know why you suggested this. They're trying to throw out things to help you. They don't need your help. You need our help. So you just take it and shut up about it. It's almost like if you give somebody a gift and they don't like the gift, keep it to yourself. Say thank you, be grateful, and then you cannot like the gift in private. It is inappropriate to tell people that you're asking help, or to ask them why did they tell you that? Bitch, you need the help. Like the audacity of these weirdos.
They want you to be a member of the church. So
go join the church
because you always likely want to help you.
West Indy.
And I'm not really a church person.
West Indy, go join a church and be fake so you can ask them to help you. Stop asking us to help because the people are tired of this begathon, okay?
Like, yeah, I try to take my kids to church, but I'm not one of the people that is a faithful church like person to be in church every Sunday. That's just not really me, you know. But I do like to pop in church, you know, whenever I could, or if I wanted to go more. But I mean, my life be lifing. But I just have my own relationship with God. I go to church when it comes to certain things. When I do want to feel connect to Him in a different way. When I just want to be around certain things, like my favorite part is the gospel part of church. But even get off my bed with the shoes. But even that, when I've taken my kids, like especially when the last time I took them, they were just acting up. At that church, I don't think they had like a separate thing for kids. Now at this one church, that wasn't really my vibe. They had sections for the kids to go downstairs. There were different like sections. But at this church, I'm not sure if they had something like that. And because we're not members, I mean, I don't know. I never really cared to ask, but I never really noticed that they had something like that. They probably do. I don't know. But my kids, they were getting on my nerves. I was ready to go. I think one time I left church early just because they were getting on my nerves. They wasn't just acting right. Doing too much. And I'm not about to try to enjoy the word, enjoy my time at church. And my kids is just like at the same time irritate me at the same time. Like that's doing too much. And I don't want to go. I would never want to go to church by myself. Like I want my kids to be with me.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Westie, but nobody wants them bad kids in the church. Okay, you got Thomas cussing up a storm and cussing you out, not following directions in school, and then you got Momo, he cussing too. The other day he was like, damn, 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 damn. And I didn't even catch it because I wasn't, sometimes it's hard to understand what he's saying. But I was like, wait a minute, this little 3-year-old is cut. He told her, shut the hell up, mommy. Y'all remember that?
Have what to offer. That's the thing. I don't know anybody in these churches. I saw one person in the audience that I recognized from the shelter. But other than that, I don't be knowing nobody in this church. I like the church, but I don't know anybody. I don't know how to gain a connection with anybody. I'm kind of like socially awkward. Like I'm not that. I get social anxiety sometimes. So I don't even know how to start to communicate with somebody on a church level because it's a different vibe. Like, I don't know.
Well, one thing you might want to refrain from is cussing your kids out at the church, just so you know. I don't know what's going on with your English, what was going on with your schooling, but something
I don't
wasn't
see it.
right
I'm
there.
missing something. Let me scroll back up in the comments. What are you guys talking about? Get out!
So, guys, a part that I really wanted to get
I
into
can't
is
keep
coming
both.
up.
I don't think people will see it both at this.
It's coming up in a few minutes, guys. So just bear with me. This part, the couple parts that I want to talk about in this live.
Like, I'll list my GoFundMe, but if I list both, oh, somebody sent me something. Thank you. If you're watching, thank you. I don't think this person's in the chat, but they're probably watching me and said, but thank you so much. Thank you, love. Because I can't always tell if somebody's sending me something from YouTube or if it's coming from TikTok. I'm not really sure all the time unless somebody tells me. Other than I'm not gonna know. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of interesting too, though. Like if it's like a surprise and I don't know who the person is or nothing, I'm like, oh, that was sweet. I like surprise. I love surprises. But I still like to acknowledge the person too at the same time. But I think I kind of like being surprised.
The
like,
element of surprise. Okay, can I ask you a question? Is it surprising that your rent is due by the 5th every month or whatever date your rent is due? Most people is by the 5th. Is it surprising that the BGE bill comes every month? Is it surprising that you have a car, that you're going to need gas, you're going to need food for your children, you're going to need transportation, your kids are going to go to school, their birthdays are the same day every year? Is that surprising as well? Because you act like your rent is a surprise bill when it's not. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is your rent a surprise too? Okay, just asking.
But okay, so like, say for example, if I post my GoFundMe and say if I post my Cash App next to it, I don't think people will be able to see the whole thing out in full. So that's why, like, for example, I'll pin my GoFundMe, but then I'll just comment my Cash App because you can't do. My stomach. I'm feeling a little cramps, mild cramps. So like, let me know if like when I post this GoFundMe, if it lets you guys click on the link or you guys have to like do a copy and paste. Let me see. But yeah, I can't believe I'm a single mom and that the person thinks that I enjoy being a single mom. Like as if I would choose to be a single mom. Why would I want to choose to be a single mom?
Okay, let's talk about the ability to take accountability. She has zero accountability, all right? You just said that you're not choosing to be a single mom. Yes, you are. When you have unprotected sex with a man like Uncle Daddy who has 5 baby mothers, you know he ain't about shit. You already know that. Okay, he talks all that crap. He doesn't take accountability either. So you guys have something in common. You are choosing to be a single mom. If you didn't have two kids already and you had one kid and you were in your early 20s and you just thought your reproductive system didn't work, I may let that slide. But when you are if you this is the rule. If you have sex, you can get pregnant. Shocking, right? That's the rule. That's the rule. All it takes. It doesn't matter if it's one time, two times, or not. So, West Indy, you are making the choice when you lay down with men with no protection, whether you're doing it intentionally or not, because nobody usually gets pregnant intentionally. Most people are mistakes. Okay, most of us are a mistake. And don't come out in the bush talking about I was and I was playing. Okay, yeah, congratulations. Okay, now you are choosing to be a single mom, and you are doing it over and over and over again. Then you sit on this bed with two children with deadbeat dads. You're pregnant with your third child by the third deadbeat. You're not even in your third trimester yet, and you're already broken up. And you sit here and tell us that that's not a choice. That is exactly what that is. That is a choice. You are not a 22-year-old woman. You're not a child. You're not a teenager. You are 31 years old. If you are not using birth control and you are having unprotected intercourse, then you know you can get pregnant. You did it on purpose. You made a choice to not care, and these are the results.
No, that person was not a new subscriber, and that person only sent me $3. Like, I'm not being picky, but y'all know I'm obviously in need, so it's like I'm trying my rent and stuff paid. But no, that person who asked, unless you're talking about somebody else, that person was somebody. That person was it. Who is this calling me? Hello, hello, hi.
Listen closely, guys.
Oh wow. Wow. Like he was repeating back what you were saying. This is so frustrating. I think he, yeah, I think he should have some type of discipline consequence. Like, I don't feel like it'll be help. Like, I feel like yes, he should.
Guys, guess what's happening right now? Thomas is in trouble again. Shocking. You know, the one that cusses her out, that does everything she tells him not to do, the one she ignores, the one she neglects. Thomas, the older son, is in trouble. This is not the first time. I feel like this is the second time that she's been on live that I'm aware of. It could have been more times. She already said that Thomas is on medication, right? All right. So if you're just coming in, West India is getting a call about Thomas having behavior issues in class and falling asleep because he doesn't go to bed until midnight. Those kids are up way too late. She's mentioned before that Thomas is on medication. I've told you guys, I've shared this with you. And I'm starting to wonder, is he even taking the meds anymore? Does she even monitor Thomas? She's in here on live all the time. She's ignoring her children, just like her twin, Liv, her bestie.
Probably be like isolated, but at the same time, I don't think it'll probably be as helpful if you know he's someone that needs help on his work. But I feel like something has to change because I can have a talk with him at home and tell him, what he shouldn't be doing. But I mean, he's the one that has to get his act together, and it is frustrating because Thomas, no, I don't condone that at all. At all. I'm already going through enough right now. So for him to be at school acting out, it's ridiculous. Like, but I definitely agree he needs some type of discipline or something because I don't approve of him being disrespectful. Mm-hmm. 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 And how often does he be falling asleep in class? Yeah, he's he's definitely a smart child. But like even at home, I can like notice certain patterns. Like, and I be saying the same thing to him. Like, it's I don't know, I don't know. The doctor said it's not a dietary thing. So I'm like, is it because he's eating stuff? Because you know how they say when you eat certain things, it can affect the kid's behavior too. The doctor acted like it ain't that, but I feel like probably could be making him.
What are you talking about? So you're making excuses for his bad behavior? Some people are defiant. It sounds like he had issues before. Like I said, she's mentioned a couple times that he was on medication. If the doctor's prescribing medication, then there's obviously a diagnosis there. I don't know if she's told us what the diagnosis is, but it seems like some type of defiant behavior. With I'm just putting two and two together. He never listens to anything she says. You guys have heard her beating him in the background, okay? And he doesn't have a father figure. And his mother's a nut job. So I don't think that helps either, guys. It's kind of sad that she's sitting in the bed all day begging while her son is having problems instead of going up to the school and seeing if there's something that extra help that she can get for him.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, bye bye. My son's school. She's gonna call me later. Okay, so somebody commented. I know I'm probably way up in the comments, but somebody commented, do you see how Cardi B is working while pregnant with her fourth child? There's no excuse for you sitting around begging. Fourth child. Now, do I really need to answer that question or to that statement, y'all? Literally. Do you know that money is a motivation in itself? Like, especially if you're somebody that's not used to seeing money, when you finally get some money, that's even motivation right there. Okay. Cardi B got money. Okay. She has kids by guys with money. Yes, she grew up struggle. I grew up in struggle. But at the same time, Cardi B, she's rich. So it's easy for her to care for her kids. Why would she stop? Because she's rich. Of course, the rich get richer, baby. Okay, the rich get richer. Of course she's gonna want to. She, for one, always had a hustle, but for two, she already making money doing what she loved, and she's gonna keep it up. Because why would she have everything come crumbling down when she's already up? Of course she's gonna want to find new ways to hustle and make money because she's there. Like, who would want to go back from that? Anybody who's already especially making great money in life is gonna want to keep that momentum up, or else you could go right back to where you came from if you allow it to. But I'm not, as of now, I'm not rich. Like, come on now. And even when people are not rich, guess what? They're either having different hustles or they're working multiple different 9 to 5s. Just trying to get by to pay their freaking rent and bills. It's like you have to work kind of harder. The only thing with Cardi B is she's in the public eye. So, she got to deal with everything that comes with it. She still got to deal with, she still goes through internet stuff. She got to go through, she even have even bigger problems. She got people that's going to want to sue her. You know what I'm saying? She got paparazzi. Rich people have even bigger problems or more money to spend because they got bigger houses. They got multiple cars or investments or this. Like, they got way more bigger problems or financial things to take on when they do got money. At the end of the day, her kids well taken care of right now. She can afford her kids. She got kids' fathers, whether she was working or not, and she had them on child support.
Now,
Kids'
guys,
fathers.
I've made the comparison with Cardi B and Liv, and we're not talking about their lifestyles. Let's be for real here. I don't think it's fair to make that comparison with West Indian Cardi B. I don't see a connection there. Liv, my comparison was that Cardi B is still married and she is pregnant by another guy. That is what I was comparing. But to compare West Indy to Cardi B, yeah, that's a little off. But I get it. Cardi is working while pregnant, but Cardi also has access to things that Westie does not have access to. So yeah, I don't see the comparison there.
We'll be there for the kids financially in that aspect.
Maybe two women acting irresponsibly, two women that are loose with the cooch, you know. That's the comparison, I guess. I don't really know, guys. You tell me. Let me know down in the chat, down in the comments.
So that's the difference. I don't know why. I don't know why you thought that comment gave, because it definitely didn't give, like, at all. Because you could be struggling and still have multiple jobs. You could be rich and still have multiple incomes. So I don't know what part you was getting at all. And Cardi B, she's way further along in her pregnancy than I am. Like, she's showing in everything. And she don't. And again, she works for herself. Like, imagine Imagine working for yourself. You have your own time and schedule. You got people around you that's supportive, helpful. She got a makeup artist, hairstylist. She got someone that I'm sure takes care of like different things she has in her life to help manage her. And I'm pretty sure their lives are still chaotic because they got so much going on. So it's like, you're moving. You have to like push through and move through, unless you're not probably feeling good or she was super sick or something. And she even stated that she had times like, like for example, when she broken up with Offset, like she had like a down type of time. Like, what people's going through. Like, just because she's famous don't mean she ain't going through still life stuff or like depression or anything related. Like, nobody's perfect. You don't know what she's going through at the end of the day. At the end of the day, obviously she looks like she's in good spirits and stuff, and she's making good money in her life. That don't got nothing to do with my situation at all. I don't mind doing like promotion, like if somebody wanted me to show off their brand. I mean, I've been doing it before from companies. Yeah, Cardi B got money. I know if I was making $1 million or more, that's gonna motivate me to keep wanting to make money. even if I was making $6K a month on YouTube, I'll be motivated to keep on making that same type of money. But at least if I'm pregnant or if I'm slacking, right? So let's say I had a setback, right? At least I know that I'm making that type of money to still keep up with my fucking bills. I'm not just like, my bills are just not being covered at all. Like, stop comparing me to people. Like, everybody's life situation is different. Like, it's not the same. It don't matter. Cardi B got support. Cardi B is, for one, rich, and she has support. Not just being rich, she actually has support. Like, she has a whole team around her. She has the support to pull through and get through. I can't see Cardi B or just anybody just slacking with no support, but she has support.
Okay, guys,
I don't have.
She doesn't have any support. Her baby daddies are deadbeats. Her family lives in another state, so she doesn't have the same support that Cardi B has. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to go to the comments under this particular live. All right. Okay, guys, here we go. So they says, J-O-B, get with reality, sis. You letting dudes bust in you and roll out. You made that choice. They said that mammy think you would change places with her. That I don't know what they're saying. Them swords on her. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're talking about. Sorry about that one. All right, hold on. They say we're not bringing it up. Nothing to do with your rent. Wait a minute. With your rent or your car situation. Why should we do anything? No, why should we? We don't have anything to do with your car situation or your rent situation. Only you have something to do with the car and rent situation. So due to the fact that you're saying we're not benefiting you in that area, you want to get off live, that's fine. Get offline. We didn't tell you to come online. You're not benefiting us, okay? They say, sweetheart, you're not surviving, you're begging, and you're absolutely right. It's your right if you don't want to work. It's your right if you don't want your car to be repossessed because you don't want to get up and get a job. It's your right to become homeless because you rather come home homeless than to a job. All of this is your right, and it's our right not to give you one red cent. Let's go. So you cannot get mad when that's what I do. Don't understand why you are getting mad because we are not giving you money. You're delusional. Then it says, just got through looking at one of your shorts. You saying you know how don't know what to do. Your car note, insurance, rent is due. My advice is put in application, start working, turn in your car, ride the bus. Yes, it's going to affect your credit, but your credit is already affected. So turning your car in would not be harmful, would be no harm or foul. That's what they said. Okay, guys. So, guys, we are done with this reaction on West Indy. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you would please hit the thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.